Okay, we're gonna start with, on the Grey Knight side, we have a Librarian, and he's been upgraded to a level 3, and he has a Combi Plasma. For the first troop choice, we have a group of Terminators with halberds and a side cannon. For a second troop choice, we have another group of Terminators, this time just with 4 swords and also with a side cannon. For a heavy troop choice, we have a Dreadnought with double autocannons. For a second heavy support choice, we have 2 Nemesis Dreadknights, both with greatswords and both with heavy incinerators and both with personal teleporters. For a fast attack choice, we have a Storm Raven with autocannons and multi-melta. Finally, we have one group of interceptors, all with swords, and there is no special weapons in this squad. Okay, on the Orcs side, for the HQ choices, we have a Big Mech with a custom force field, a Weird Boy, a Pain Boy, and then a Mech Boy. And the Weird Boy is upgraded to a level 2, and he is the Warlord. For the first troop choice, we have one boy squad with, I think it was 16 boys, the Knob with a Boss Pole and Power Claw, and all of them with heavy armor. For the next troop choice, we have another group of boys, this one with, I have the wrong number here, but 11 boys total with the Knob. So the Knob has a Big Choppa and Twin Link Shooter, I think. Nope, just a Big Choppa. And then a Boss Pole, although he didn't have a pole on him. And then one of the boys has a Big Shooter. And they have a truck as a dedicated transport. And our third boy squad is pretty much the same thing. 11 boys plus the Knob. Knob has a Power Claw and a Boss Pole in this case. And still has the Big Shooter. For an elite choice, we have a group of Knobs. The Boss Knob has a heavy armor. He does not have a Boss Pole. And all of them have Twin Link Shooters. As a heavy support choice, we have a group of Ludas. As 2 more heavy support choices, we have 2 looted wagons, both of them with kill cannons, and we use just 2 Lehman Russes to represent those. For a fast attack choice, we have a Dakajet with the extra Twin Link Super Shooter. For another fast attack, we have 3 Def Copters, all with twin-linked rocket launchers. Finally, we have our dedicated transports. The Knobs took a battle wagon, which is on the right, with a kill cannon, and the 2 of the boy squads took a truck, and the trucks, actually all 3 of them have grot riggers, and the trucks just have their big shooters. Okay, here we are after deployment. The Grey Knights chose to deploy first, and they deployed in this formation. Along the edge, we have the Vanguard. We got the Relic is our mission. The Orcs deployed in this corner, pretty much filling up the entire corner. Okay, and we did roll for night fighting. It is dark this first turn. The Orc player is now going to attempt to steal first turn. And he does. So we'll be back after Orcs turn 1. Alright, after Orcs turn 1, these 2 trucks move forward to try to get more in line with each other, and they fired all their big shooters, both from the trucks and the guys inside, at the primary Terminator squad, and who made all of their 2-up saves. We were out of range for all the kill cannons, so they just kind of ran forward. That truck actually got stuck on the hill as he was coming back down. Those Ludas fired their def guns at the same red Terminator squad, and they also made their saves, so they're good. Those boy squads are just running forward, and the copters over there just did a flat-out move to get over there. So that's where we're sitting. We'll be back after Grey Knights. After the Grey Knights, they all move forward. They did their jump pack move and then ran, so that's their final positions. Over here, the 2 Nemesis shunted forward and then both dropped flamer templates over here, and really didn't do very much. They only killed 4 Orcs inside of that truck, and they just whiffed on everything else. The Rifleman shot his shots at that truck, and he's the one who stripped a whole point and immobilized that truck. There we go, so we'll be back after turn 2. After Orcs turn 2, the mech came over here to repair that immobilized, and he didn't quite get it. We haven't done the It Will Not Die yet because he does have Grot Riggers. We'll do that in a second. But basically, this truck, all the guys inside, that squad of guys fired at the nemesis that was there and did strip off a few of the wounds. And then that boy squad went into the close combat and the knob took him down. He smout his foe. That looted wagon did push that wrong button, so he flatted out over there. This one didn't really have a target, so he just kind of stayed put. The def guns over here fired at that nemesis and did not manage to wound him. The kill cannon over here fired at that, but did not manage to get through his armor. The weird boy and his squad just kind of ran around the side. He did hit a couple of his psychic powers, but of course, you know, Grey Knights have so many dice to counteract with. Dakajet came in from reserve, shot at the interceptors, and did kill a couple. And then the Def Copters shot at and also killed a couple, I think 3 in total, died. Forgot to see if they're fleeing yet, so we'll do that next, and we'll do the It Will Not Die. But other than that, we'll be back after Grey Knights. After Grey Knights 2, these guys tried to move forward, and all they got was an inch. It was horrible, but they fired their side cannon at the flyer and actually stripped off a hull point. They did pretty good there. This squad fired at those who jinked, and then so they only lost 1 wound there, which isn't too bad. These guys moved forward and picked up the Relic, and then they shot all their Stormbolters at that squad of boys and took it out. The Rifleman, if it focuses, it doesn't want to, fired at that truck and did finish him out. And then the Nemesis jumped forward, took out the battle wagon, wounded the mech, and did 2 hull points on that looted wagon. So, not too bad. That was Grey Knights. So, Stormraven's still in reserves. We'll be back after turn 3. After the Orcs turn 3, this truck moved forward, and these boys and the truck itself fired at the Interceptor squad and killed the guy. Def Copters came over and shot behind him and killed the guy, but they did make their break test, so they're good. That looted wagon shot his kill cannon at them, but it scattered off the hill and did no good whatsoever. The Dakajet fired all of his stuff at the Rifleman and did strip off a hull point. Big news over here. The Knobs and the Pain Boy, Def Copters, all those boys and the Weird Boy shot at the Nemesis, and he made all of his saves. The Knobs and Pain Boy and the whole boy squad charged into combat against the Nemesis, and he made all of his saves. He's doing fantastic. He did wipe out all of the Knobs and the mech that was in there, so all that's left is the Pain Boy, who is fleeing, but mob rule, the boys stayed where they are. So that's where we're at. We'll be back after Grey Knights. Okay, after Grey Knights turn 3. In the close combat, the Nemesis killed off a couple of Orcs, and the Knob came through and did take a wound off of the Nemesis, and then the Orcs actually made their leadership test after that. These Dakajets, the Librarian did his special power of terrifying them, so they are actually fleeing right now off the table, so that's pretty good. The Storm Raven came in and shot at the Dakajet and stripped off all but 1 hull point remaining, and he actually is, the Shaken or whatever, so he's going to fly off the table the next turn no matter what happens. Over here, the Terminator squad and the Dreadnought all fired at this truck and stripped all but 1 hull point because we gave him a cover save for that hill, so he did pretty good. That is where we're sitting. We'll be back after Orcs turn 4. Okay, after the Orcs' turn 4, this truck moved over, the boys came out and shot and assaulted that Terminator squad with the Librarian. The Librarian is the only one who survived, and of course the Orcs did lose the combat, but he can't catch them, so they are fleeing off the table. Over there in that combat, because it's the next coolest thing that happened, is that Orc mob finally took down the Nemesis, so he is down. The Dakajets are still fleeing off the table. That is it for the Orcs. The Dakajet flew off the table already. Or Def Copters, I guess. I think I keep calling them wrong. So we'll be back after the Grey Knights. Okay, after Grey Knights is turn 4. Librarian moved forward, did a whole bunch of psychic tests, and then charged those Orc boys and wiped them out. These guys, the Librarian cast, I can't remember the name of it, but he made them fearless, so they jumped up after being pinned and then ran towards the lake. This worthless guy shot at the truck and whiffed. He did nothing. Stormraven moved in, shot his assault cannon at the Ludas, and then the 2 wing missiles missed, so that made all 4 winged missiles missed their targets this game, but the multi-melta fired at that looted wagon, blew it up, and killed 1 orc boy from that little blob over there. These Terminators shot at and then charged that looted wagon and took it out, so he's down. No more looted wagons, no more big tough guys. It's getting close to the end. Let's see what can happen back at turn 5. Okay, at the end of the Orcs, turn 5, that whole mob squad, he now has a Pain Boy attached, a Big Mech attached, he's got lots of attachments in there, and the Weird Boy, and they just rolled through those Terminators like they didn't exist. The looted and those the 2 Death Copters shot at the Storm Raven, but did not manage to do anything. The Dakajet came back in this turn, shot at them, and killed 1 guy, but they're fearless, so they don't have to run anymore. This guy thought he'd be fun, and he take shocked the Librarian and succeeded, so the Librarian is fleeing, at least until next turn. That's where we're at. This is still close. It's still Grey Knight's game, though, because we still have the objective, but it's going to be a close one. So we'll be back after Grey Knight's 5. The end of turn 5, the Librarian moved over to the top of this hill and did his double psychic powers, one to reduce their leadership and the other one to do the psychic shriek, and wiped out like 5 or 6 guys. He did really good. These guys shot over there and did not manage to do anything, but he makes his fleeing test, so he stays put. Storm Raven just kind of jinks over here or drives over here, kills 1 looted, and then uses assault cannon to try to take out the Death Coptas and fails, but they did jink, so they are going to be snap firing next turn. Then during the assault phase, he ran in and finished off this truck. So here's where we were sitting. Let's see if the game continues. And it is a 5. The game will continue to turn 6, so we'll be back. Okay, we're back after the entire turn 6. The Orcs move forward, the the Death Copters move forward, and the Luda, and all of them shot at these guys, but did not manage to do anything. So then on the Grey Knight's turn, the Librarian moved forward, did his psychic powers on them, did kill or tried to kill a couple, but he made all of his saves, but he did fail his panic test, or whatever you want to call it, at the end of the psychic phase. So they are actually fleeing, and Storm Raven finished off that last Luda, and the Rifleman here fired at and killed 1 of the 2 Dakajets. Excuse me, Death Copters. I don't know why I keep calling them Dakajets. So, we're going to see if the game ends here. If it does, it's a victory. It is a 4, so the game ends. Victory for the Grey Knights, because we have the Relic. And that is 3 points, and he has, the Orc player has First Blood. Let's see, is there any line breakers? Nope, no line breakers, so there we are. Thanks for watching. Game on.